I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Salt Lake City Flyers and the San Antonio Dreadnoughts. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Salt Lake City Flyers and the San Antonio Dreadnoughts. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, offensive line, but I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 86 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 2nd and 14. The throw taken in by Sims. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They sure put the coverage on that one. They thought he was going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
To throw now on first down. Powell on the catch. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A first carry here for Ty Montgomery. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Now Jones. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That's how we do it.
Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, for us, they've got to figure out these long 6s instead of 3s.
His kick is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On first down, it's Owens. Powers ahead at the 45, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
They did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage, came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On second down, there goes play, and it's third.
Strategy.
Yeah, we we're just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there, another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described, and I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
2nd and 13. Complete to Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to 5 yards. So it certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They'll look to firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That's certainly playing down in distance well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
This is taken at the 15. It's a 46-yard punt, but they did 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are visitors to take over on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Off the play fake, Delgado. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3-0 after 1 on EA's. Back Delgado. And he fires one incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Delgado. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Delgado. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before that. A good pickup there, 26 yards. run on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down now. Ware looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Delgado. That's caught by Ware. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field here. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
With enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll look to throw here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for the drive will continue.
Not only have they come on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6. And that's complete. It's Sims. 7 yards there and a first down. Quarterback now. Only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And it's always tough to watch when they score excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count. Can they get there and find their way back to the end zone?
Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. is out, and his guys have taken the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took him a lot of plays, did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. First down, it's Ware. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, Delgado. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Delgado. And he will take it in for the touchdown. In for the score. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Point after, up and good, and we are even at 10 apiece. Just a 4-play drive that time. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here are visitors to take over on offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On 1st and 10, Delgado is going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Delgado. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run with Ware, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Delgado. He's got it. This is Ware. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So here is the home side to take over on offense and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Rolling to his right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Montgomery. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. The gain that time, 13 yards to reset him 1st and 10.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. He gets it to Sims, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. A dump underneath to Jones. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. They'll throw now on the final play. Open man here, Sims, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
You see me out here. That's right. We make it stop.
First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams out that back in the good old days.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left third and about. Goes down. So what could have done to adjust an account?
Is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Owens. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
From the 32, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Owens, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a give right side. Owens. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 23 yards the pickup there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bishop. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys on the perimeter who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Owens, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Delgado. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know a lot of coaches like to break their season into quarters, and how about the first 4 games for this guy? 3 touchdowns scored, really making his mark in the red zone here into the season.
Now for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. So that drive goes 8 plays. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow the defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
58 right there. Mike, 58 right there.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 6.
Get him.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Owens. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Delgado. And he slings him complete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. To Ware on the draw. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33.
Trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one will not get there. It's off anyway. It's no good. And this score where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continue and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all states, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. The throw taken in by Sims. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 40. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The result, a first down as a quick slant gets them 14.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On first down, Jones. It's a pickup, up second down.
57, Mike, 57.
They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's back now in San Antonio as we've got the final quarter. We get ready to start the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And this kick move will be stopped short of the 10. Runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He sets Owens. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And well there for a first down.
Decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. Looking end zone, incomplete. One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll run it with Jones. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. Defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And never good to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better downfield, or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in, even though the Charles back up so close to their goal line. They got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They run again with Ware. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Delgado. And he's got his man on the out route.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swing, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Ware. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd down now, it's Owens, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Delgado. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Delgado. Able to get 7 on that 1st down play. 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to, and not be deterred by anything else.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Throwing on 1st down. That's caught by Ware. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Delgado. This will be caught at about the 5. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. To defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
Well, this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he will have a first down as they round at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant off second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Completes it to Powell. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 4. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're well a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
I'm going to commit to full 2-minute offense. So, see, maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle. Time you snap the ball.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They're going to look to throw. He's going to take off with it. 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw. And that's complete. It's Sims. And he'll go down at the 28. Down to go in this football game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move. You're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays. Harder to move it.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big here. He connected on his first, this from 41. His kick is right there. It's good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-30. So you knew one way or another that they score as they get the easy one out of the way. They'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside have all 3 timeouts? Do you kick it? I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try them there.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run now with Ware. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to have the 1st down and suck the life right out. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving out. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
And there it is, the standard. Taking a knee means that one team won and the other one obviously lost the ball game. But now that team that won is 2-2. After the first 4 games, I think they're okay with a 2-2 start. Not overly happy, but at the same time, not depressed either.
You mentioned to me breaking down a season in quadrants. So the first quadrant is kind of a check, as you said, for okay. Not great, not bad.
Yeah, right now they're just holding serve. They look forward to their next 4. Maybe they can make a surge there.
So this crowd will